So the tendon starts to peel. It starts to peel back part of the bone due to stress. She's a very active child. She does a lot of different things, and that's why she had her cast on. So part of the rehabilitation is swimming. It's swimming. It's great. They said, wait a minute, Mr. Ivey. That's funny, Kiki. Wait a minute, Mr. Ivey. That's hilarious. I wish I had an audio clip of that. Jackie writes, John Wayne was racist. I've heard that. Rhonda writes, Little Richard needs to be honored for what he contributed to rock and roll as well. I agree. Absolutely. What else here? More of your chat this morning. Osgood Schlotter's disease. Yes, Crystal. That's what it's called. Yes. I just murdered it. I know. Thank you for that correction. That's exactly what she had on her right knee. And as we've been told, it's something that they either grow out of. Many people have these issues. It is what it is. It is what it is. Harry writes, I've heard of 5 kids recently with that same diagnosis. Did we go through that? I don't remember it. It's a good question. That's a good question. Maybe it's a vitamin D deficiency. Okay, so we're trying to make sure she gets a lot of vitamin D. Yeah, Kiki. She writes, we need to make that an audio clip. I'll work on that, Mr. Ivey. Listen, it's simple, Kiki. All you got to do is go to my website, click on, there's a right-hand microphone. Click on that. And you can use your cell phone and leave me an audio message at any moment. I get it instantly. Ed writes, I've been swimming since 1975, but my sons don't think it's important. That's not cool. What? I mean, listen, do you understand that the majority of the land mass of the earth is covered with water? Your body is primarily comprised of water. Get over that. I don't understand. I mean, because when I was a kid, what we used to do was walk by ourselves, no mom, because she didn't feel like going. She was doing her own thing. But we used to walk to the pools by ourselves with a towel and some flip-flops, a T-shirt and some swimming trunks. And we walked to the pool and be at the pool all day long, doing the most dangerous stuff. I mean, listen, it's the internet. Ain't nobody going to tell anybody. Okay, we all good. But listen, doing the most dangerous-ish that you can ever imagine. We used to do stuff like get big rocks and throw it into the pool and then go down and get it. But the thing about it is everybody had their own rock. So you go down and get your rock, and there might be more rocks coming in on top of you. You had no idea. When I was a kid, we used to do stuff like somebody's coming up, they're about to surface. So we run and jump and try to jump into the water as close as you possibly can to them without hitting them, and then laugh. When I was a kid, we used to do stuff like we pick on one kid and we all like splash them with water. So it'd be like 7 of us, and the kid would be cornered, and we'd just be splashing them with water and laughing, splashing them. I mean, you get 7 kids splashing water, man. It's like the damn 60s and Bull Corner. And black protesters. I mean, it can be a problem. We used to do stuff like that. We do stuff like grab people and wrestle under the water and hold them. I mean, the most dangerous stuff you could ever imagine. And we were okay. This is what your kids are doing when you're not at the pool. They're doing all that kind of stuff. Some won't be sitting on the bottom of the pool. You sit on top of them. You know, that kind of stuff. Make them think they're going to drown. I'm not going to drown you, homie. That's what you do when you're a kid, right? With your boys. This is what you do. This is what your kids are doing. This is what your kids are doing. Ms. D writes, about that vitamin D, Nate, I tried Silk and hated it. So what other alternatives do you and the Chop Shop suggest? Because I either heard no soy milk either. Well, soy, I've read, could be a problem for men because it can interact or have an impact, should I say, with testosterone levels. But you can get your vitamin D from a variety of different areas. Cheeses. It doesn't have to be cow's milk. It can be almond milk because they enrich it with vitamin D. And then you can have supplements. And you get supplements. So there's a plethora of ways. Crystal writes, bad children like you are describing. The very reason why I'm afraid, playing too much. You right, Crystal, I was. That's what you do when you're 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 and 13. You got little brothers, you got kids, your friends. What you do? That's what you do. Or we do stuff like, I used to do stuff with my friends where, like, we would jump into the 12-foot. And then we had to try to sit down on the 12-foot and just look up and see what would happen. Like, I have vivid memories of sitting at the bottom of the 12-foot, holding rocks, just trying to hold my breath for as long as I could. That's what you do. Are you telling me you didn't do that? Yeah, right. Nate keeps it real. Spitting up, crying. Now we can add cursing on the mic. LOL. Catch my nigga. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Keep it real. I mean, you knew one or two were going to slip out. Damn, it's the internet. I'm doing my own thing now. So, I mean, pardon me. I'm not perfect. He says spitting up. Yes, that did happen. I got sick on the air. It just happened, too. I had about 30 minutes left. You should have saw the faces of my colleagues. You should have saw their faces. They were like, I don't want to do a show today. You did what? And I'm telling you, it was everywhere. Everywhere. It was everywhere. And I don't know what it was. I think it might have been some damn Chipotle for all I know. I don't know. He got me once. Crying on the microphone. Yes, I did. I'm not ashamed to say it. When my son was born. I didn't plan on it. It just came out. And then, you know, when you're live on the air, you just do it. I'll never forget. So I'm sobbing like a proud father because my son's in the world. And I look over, right? I never forget this. I see the real Terrence Howard. He was trying to be such a good guy. And in a moment like that, he's kind of looking at me, and he's not looking at me. He's giving my privacy to some degree. I'm inside the studio. We're in two different studios surrounded by a glass that you can see through. And we're communicating through headphones and microphones on a different channel. So that's what people don't understand. Like, when you're in radio like that, not only am I talking with you, not only can I hear you, but I can also hear and talk to the producer. And that happens quite a bit, quite honestly, quite a bit, for various reasons. And I never forget it. You know, I looked up, like, damn, I've got tears in my eyes. But in a moment like that, it didn't really matter to me because it was about my son. My son's in the world. My junior. So, yes, I did. I'm proud to say so. I mean, I've pretty much done it all in radio. I've done it all. They say you don't work in radio until you've been fired. I've been fired twice. Through no fault of my own. I mean, my flow is superlative. But, hey, it's the decisions of others. It is what it is. I hold no ill will or any fault whatsoever. It is what it is. But that's what they say in a radio game. So, Ed, you're right about that. All those things are very true. All very true. Crystal writes, right. It was done to me. Bush Center in Walnut Hills, trauma, LOL. Wait. Crystal, wait. What are you saying? What was done to you? Because I'm going to be honest with you, Crystal. I used to go to the Bush Center. All the stuff I'm telling you about, I did with my friends and others at the Bush Center. At the Bush Center. Yes, in Walnut Hills. Like I told you, my grandparents grew up in Walnut Hills. And that was back when it was a different area. It was a different era. Like, literally, at 9, 10, I was walking to the Bush Center from Hackberry. Now, if you know anything about that area, that's about what? 7, 8 blocks? I mean, that's a long walk. That's a long walk to the pool. I mean, it's a good 10-minute walk to the pool. And 10 minutes may not seem like a lot, maybe a little bit more. I'm not really sure. But after you've been swimming for 3 or 4 hours and you got chlorine in your system and you almost died twice and your skin has that chlorine feel to it, you just can't wait to get home and take a shower. It's a long-ass walk. So what happened to you, Crystal? I'd like to know. Did we know each other at Bush and didn't even know each other? Dima writes, Nate, my neighbors used to have a pool and they wouldn't let us swim unless you knew how to swim across the pool. Exactly. Because if you have a pool in your backyard and it is not properly secure and somebody's child gets over there, basically they are going to own your home. Basically. That's what's going to happen. Craig writes, the best days of my life were spent at the pool. Grandma, a.k.a. Janie Mae, would pack us PB&Js and cantaloupe, and we would be at the pool all day long, 10 to 5. The pool raised us in the summer. 80s babies for life. That sounds like a wonderful memory, Craig. It really does, on the real. Thank you for sharing, man. PB&Js and cantaloupe? That's a great snack for a kid. And then water? You got peanut butter, your protein, you got a little bit of that sugar for you and a jelly to get you started, and some cantaloupe for some extra energy. That's a great snack. Nowadays, you got moms packing their kids away with Grippos and Gatorade. Here's some Grippos. Hey, don't you leave out here without your snacks. Get in here. Here's your Gatorade. Here's your Grippos. Crystal writes, boys playing too much, dunking, pushing. I thought I would die. You may have been the one, LOL. I wasn't an aggressive dunker. Okay, I didn't go that far. What I used to like to do was scare the hell out of people. So I wait for my friends to surface, like, oh, he's about to come up. And I'd run and jump high in the air. And it's just as their head is coming out of water, I'd be splashing as close as you can humanly possibly get without actually injuring anybody. And the looks that I used to get was just worth it. It was just worth it. And Crystal, what I'm here to tell you is, like, when people start bullying people in the pool, the more you act like you're going to drown, the more they're going to dunk you. Okay what I'm saying? So you got to take it. Like it's a baptism. You know, when people get baptized in church, they're not screaming, I can't breathe. They just go under for a little while. They bring you back up. That's all that's going to happen. Kiki writes, it was probably Mr. Ivey and his crew who did it at Crystal. I didn't have a crew like that. You know what I'm saying? I had some cats I was cool with. We meet up there. Everybody got it. I got dunked. I'm sure. I don't recall it, but I'm sure I got dunked. It happens. It happens. Kelly writes, I went to Bush too. We need a Bush reunion. LOL. Love Bush. Don't remember y'all. Okay. That's what I'm talking about, Kelly. You know what? How amazing would that be if when we were all younger, we all crossed paths. If we went to Bush Center, I am sure. Okay, 80s baby. I'm an 80s baby. I'm sure at some point we might have crossed paths. Okay. It's a small world. Miss D writes, well, I hold ill will against your old job. I was so pissed off looking for the show because you weren't even allowed to inform your listeners, and the station didn't make an announcement either. In poor taste. I love the rebroadcast. It got me through my evening workouts. I appreciate you, Miss D. Appreciate that. And all I can say is support me in this endeavor and future endeavors. Okay? Things are happening. That's what I will tell you. It may not seem like it, because sometimes to me I'm like, wow, this process is just taking so long. Even with installing a new phone system, and there's a lot of ways to do that. Okay, and I did all of the research that you can imagine. I'm somewhat of an expert when it comes to internet and podcast radio at this point. But there were certain issues, and really it was more about reliability of the connection that I was more concerned with. And then, quite honestly, the cost associated with getting a reliable connection. But I'm very pleased at where we are now. And again, I feel the same way. Sometimes I feel like, man, this process is taking so long. But I know where we're going. I can see where this is headed. And I really appreciate you for being a part of this. I really do. Mike writes, a great show today and great texting from the Chop Shop. Much love, fam. Absolutely. Absolutely. Crystal writes, yes, story of my life. It happens, Crystal. It happens. But you made it. If it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. Kiki writes, they also like to grind and fill your boobs under the water. Little nasties. But I'm not going to front. I liked it, especially if he was crude. Don't judge me. I will not judge you, Kiki. I will not judge you. Kiki writes, I went to Bush and Millville pool. I was primarily at the Bush pool. Ed writes, Belly Buster was my favorite in the pool. Belly Buster? So that was you, huh? Brent writes, that white invitation comment was crucial. Still in my head and something we all know but feel powerless to do anything about. Because they control the industries and we have no economic power other than our $1.1 trillion spent in the marketplace. We have to first rid ourselves of the distrustful psychology that plagues our progress. How do we do that, fam?